Listen Up, Stories from the Northwest Corner. Listen Up, Stories from the Northwest Corner is a new semi-annual library program that is focused on collecting and archiving oral histories from Clallam County residents. Inspired by StoryCorps, Listen Up will present local residents with ongoing opportunities to help tell and preserve the story of Clallam County for generations to come. Listen Up is generously supported by the Port Angeles Friends of the Library. Listen Up! Veterans Stories interviews were conducted at North Olympic Library System locations throughout Clallam County in the fall of 2016.
When I was in ROTC, the Marines, you probably know Marines are part of the Navy, or they think the Navy's part of the Marines. Anyway, they came around and asked me if I wanted to get commissioned in the Marine Corps. And then the last 2 years of college would have been Marine option, it's called, and I would have been commissioned. I said, no. I said, you know, the Marines, all I know about the Marines is they wear baggy green suits, carry a rifle, and wander around in the weeds. I said, I want to go to, if I go to war, I want to go to war as a gentleman. A gentleman wears starched khakis, has a cup of coffee in his hand, and stands on the bridge of a ship. And that's how you go to war. Well, as it turned out, when I went to war, I wore a baggy green suit, carried a rifle, wandered around the weeds with the local people. So you never can tell. When I went from the Joint Chiefs of Staff to this junk base, I went from one end of the war to the other, or up here in the atmosphere, someplace, the stratosphere, down to pit toilets and barbed wire and stuff like that.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about war or the military in general?
Well, the part that influenced my thinking about war was cruise berthing is up front of the forward part of the boat, and the engineering spaces are back aft. So every time I would have to go on watch, I'd have to walk past those nuclear missiles.
Right.
And you can't walk past a bunch of nuclear missiles without thinking they're nuclear missiles. You know, you know, it just dawns on you that
the weight of it.
Yeah, there's more firepower in all those nuclear warheads than everything that was fired during World War II. I mean, it's just a tremendous amount of destructive power. So that really focuses in.
Did you go to war?
I did, as a matter of fact.
And what was it like?
Well, I was overseas when 9/11 happened. And I remember it was about 6 o'clock at night over there, so the 12-hour time difference. So here it was the morning. Everyone here thought they were watching a movie, and I was scrubbing a bulkhead 10,000 miles away because we were having cleaning stations. But for whatever reason, I heard a group of people coming down one of the ladders, and they're like, yeah, the plane just hit. And of course, in my mind, when you hear something like that on the ship, you're listening for bells, whistles, general quarters being sounded, time to go to work, you know, because of what, you know, you think something's landing on the deck of your house, which, you know, my house at the time was an aircraft carrier. So I got to thinking about it, and there wasn't any bells and whistles, so I talked to my coworker, and I said, hey, go into your berthing and find out what's going on, turn on the TV. So we did, just in time to see the first tower fall. So that's how we were brought into 9/11, and immediately following that, we got over the 1MC. It was announced that we were going into River City or radio silence. We couldn't send any emails out. We couldn't bring in any emails. So basically, we were floating at sea. The only thing that we were getting were satellite images. We did not know what was going on.
Well, my dad was in World War II, and almost all of my uncles, and I don't know if I ever thank them for their service, but let me thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was a time in my life that I never really expected to happen that way, you know, because if I'd stayed back in there in Iowa, it'd just been more of the same.
To hear all of the Listen Up interviews and to view the Burt Kellogg photo collection online, visit the Washington Rural Heritage website.